Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Yunks. Today is Friday, and that means Zer is here in the tower. Now, I do not know what he has, but I do know where he is, so let's go check him out. What did he bring us last week? Pretty sure he brought us the Telesto Exotic Fusion Rifle. So what can it possibly bring us this week? Maybe a No Land Beyond, Zer? I feel like it's been a long-ass time since he sold one of those, but let's go ahead and check him out. Alright, so he's going to bring us the Thunderlord, the exotic machine gun. Let's start here with the Legacy Heavy Weapon Engram. So this is for year 1 stuff only. So if you are looking for year 3 and updated stuff, you can just simply pass on this. Moving on to the ACD Feedback Fence. These are exotic gauntlets for the Titan. This comes with discipline and strength, and the main perk here, taking damage from a melee attack, deals damage in an area around you. Alright. So at this point in the game, I don't really see these being used too often, but now that Crota will be here very, very soon, maybe in the Abyss section, this may have some uses because they're obviously a ton of Thrall in that area, and all they do is melee, so whenever they melee you, they're going to take damage, which may be nice and actually useful for that, but other than that, I really just don't see this being, very handy. If you guys know any more uses for this, just please let me know. PvP, you're not getting meleeed like throughout the entire game. Usually, I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends what game mode you're playing or something. But for me, I may get meleeed like 6 times max a game. Well, now that shotguns aren't, nearly as shotguns aren't as popping as they used to be. And people are using like sidearms, fusion snipers now. Some people still use shotguns, but that now that shotguns aren't the go-to special weapon, I feel like I'm not getting meleeed nearly as often. So I don't know. These are in a weird place right now. Like I said, now that Kurt is coming back, these may be somewhat useful. But other than that, just go ahead, guys. Let me know if you know any more uses for this. But yeah, definitely not top tier, at least in my opinion. Moving on to the Graviton Forfeit. This is an exotic helm for the Hunter. This comes with intellect and discipline. This is specific to the Night Stalker subclass, and the main perk here grants Shade Step. Alright, so now you have Shade Step for free while rocking this helm, and you could also put on Keen Scout, and the other perk, I forget what the other perk is called. I think it's when you like throw down your smoke grenades or something, or your shadow shot, and then if somebody walks over it, it explodes. It's one of those. I think it's the smoke grenades though. So, but most people would probably rock Keen Scout, which is actually a pretty decent PvP perk. So if you could now have Keen Scout and Shade Step while rocking Graviton Forfeit, which is very, very nice. Is it top tier? Probably not top tier, but I see people rocking this here and there, and I even used it in the video yesterday, so I kind of like it. If you don't have this already, guys, I would definitely pick this up. If you use a Night Stalker Hunter, for sure, just pick this up. I think it could be useful, come in handy, once in a while, so definitely pick this up, guys. Moving on to Heart of the Praxic Fire. Alright, so this is a chest exotic armor for your Titan. This comes with discipline, and the main perk here, when Radiance is active, increase agility and decrease ability cooldowns. So obviously this is specific to the Sunsinger, and in year 1 this was very, very good. I saw a lot of people using this, but now that it's year 3 and there's a whole lot more exotic armors for your Warlock out there, I really don't see this. I actually never see this, to be honest. But it's actually pretty nice when you use your res, or use your super in the Sunsinger, use your Radiance. You really do get those grenades a lot quicker, and it's very nice, and it's a lot of fun. Just a lot of adrenaline rushing through there with how many grenades you could throw. It's really a blast. But is it really the best exotic armor for your Warlock? Probably not. I mean, there are better options out there. The RAM in PvE is pretty decent. Claws of Ahamkar are really good if you're rocking a Sunsinger to get 2 of the flame shields. Just there are better options out there. It's a lot of fun. If you use a Sunsinger, I would pick this up and just give it a shot. It could be a lot of fun. But yeah, like I said, there are better ones out there, my opinion. But yeah, It's top tier, not at the moment, at least. If you guys know any more uses for this, I don't know, just go ahead, leave in the comments, let me know if you use this in any specific manner. Moving on to the Thunderlord, the exotic machine gun. Let's take a look at this thing. So it's arc damage. We have our sights here, blah, blah, blah. Feeding Frenzy, perfect balance, field scout, flared magwell, and lightning rounds. This weapon fires faster and more accurately the longer the trigger is held. Alright, so there you go. So the longer you hold the trigger, the fire it's going to fast. Or the faster it's going to fire. Wow, I got that mixed up. The faster it's going to fire and the more accurate it's going to be. Even though it feels like when I use this, it doesn't become more accurate. I feel like it gets harder to shoot and it becomes less accurate. Just my opinion. But yeah, that's what it says there. So I use perfect balance. In PvP, I probably would go perfect balance. You want to make those shots count. You want to make sure you hit your shots. PvE, I'd probably just do Field Scout. You should be fine with the stability in PvE. So yeah, that's the Thunderlord. This was actually my first exotic weapon ever to get. Got it in the first Nightfall I think I ever completed. I love this weapon. Very nostalgic for me right here. If you don't have it already, totally pick it up. In Arcburn, this thing will shred, and also has a bonus perk that it doesn't say. It has its own Firefly perk, so you do have a chance to have a Firefly arc perk on this. So, you know, you get the headshot, and if it does proc, it's going to explode in a lightning, explosion. Really cool. Just a really cool heavy machine gun. Like I said, if you don't have it already, guys, pick it up. It's a ton of fun, and it shreds in Arcburn, trust me. A lot of fun. Moving on to Glass Needles. This will cost you 3 strange coins, 3 motes of light, and 1 exotic shard. This will change and alter your perks on your exotic armor. So let's say you want discipline, but you have strength. Keep rolling Glass Needles on your exotic armor until you get your discipline. And let's say you have sidearm ammo, but you want sniper ammo. Keep rolling Glass Needles until you get your perfect roll. Excuse me, guys. Moving on to 3 of coins. All right, so let's go ahead and pop one of these for you. I'm sure most of you know this by now. I'm sure. Just in case somebody is new, though, we're going to go ahead and show you guys how to use it. So 3 of coins, you're going to go ahead and use one of those. Once you use that, I already have one pop. So exotic particles grants a chance to receive an exotic engram on the next ultra kill or crucible match completion. That is win or lose for PvP. And yeah, usually I'll pop this every other PvP match or before every boss in a strike. And that is how I farm my exotic engrams. Of course, this right here will go away. The exotic particles will disappear after that PvP match or once a ultra is killed. And you will eventually have to pop another one for another chance. Of course, they are not guaranteed. It's just a chance, guys. Moving on to our heavy ammo synths. This will cost you 3 strange coins for 10 here and a 1 for 3. So obviously the 3 for 10 is a better deal. So if you're big into PvE activities like raids and nightfalls, go ahead, stock up from Xur right here. These will totally come in handy. Especially when the new raids come out in Age of Triumph. Well, not the new raids, the new old raids, I should say. You're gonna want some heavy ammo synths, trust me. You're gonna need them. Moving on to the vehicle upgrades, we have Stealth Drive and Plasma Drive. So this will change a blue rarity Sparrow into a legendary Sparrow, and also change the contrail color on it. So we have a pinkish here and a blue here. So these are very unique, guys. I rarely ever see anybody rock these. So if you want to be a tad bit different, just go ahead, pick one of these up and infuse it with your blue Sparrow. Moving on to the exotic shard exchange. So this will cost you 7 strange coins for 1 exotic shard. So this is very nice that they added this. They did add this pretty recently. So before this exotic shard exchange came out, the other way to do it, to get exotic shards if you were in desperate need, was buy one of these armors here for 13 strange coins, dismantle him, and then you got your exotic shard and do it all over again if you needed more. But now they added this, so it costs less exotic shards. You don't have to worry about the process of dismantling them, because it does take a while to dismantle exotic armors and weapons and stuff. So yeah, very nice right here. Very convenient. Moving on to our Mode of Light exchange. This will cost you 2 strange coins for 1 Mode of Light. So if you want to grind those factions up, get those packages, or just simply level up your gear, this is always here for you if you have the extra strange coins lying around. Anyway, guys, that is it for Xur this week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.